of you, myself Mr. D. N. Undirwade, Department of Botany, PP Arts, SMA Science and KKC Commerce College, Chalisgaon. Today we are going to deal with these bryophytes. Actually, they are introductory part of the bryophytes. The bryophytes most basically they are consist of mosses, liverworts and the hornworts. Now, these are the three various classes: liverworts, which appears to be liver shaped structures; hornworts, these are having sporophyte as a horn like structure on the gametophyte, and the mosses which are somewhat a foliose like a structure. So, all these three classes they consist of or they comprises within this bryophytes. Bryophytes, as we know that these are a thalloid structure. Thalloid structures, those which are not differentiated into root like, stem like and the leaf like structures. So, they are divided of a root, stem and the leaves. So, they do not have a vascular tissues within them. Vascular tissues, as we know that xylem and the phloem, these are absent within these bryophytic members. Actually, although they are divided of all these things, they are very important in an ecological manner, or ecologically they are very important, and they plays a role in reducing erosion along the streams, water and the nutrient cycling in a tropical forest, as well as they are acting as a insulating ones. The bryophyte, it exhibits its life cycle within the two phases, that is the gametophytic phase and sporophytic phase. Gametophytic phase, it is a dominant, which is a longer lived and it is a haploid one, while the diploid, that is the sporophytic, which appears only occasionally, remaining attached to the nutritional dependent on the gametophyte. So, sporophyte is totally dependent upon the gametophyte. Within this structure, you can see that here these are the sporophytes, sporophyte is attached to the gametophyte. So, these bulb like structures which we are finding or which we are observing on this slide, these are the sporophytes which comes on the gametophyte. Now, this is the structure which is the SEM structure, actually the photographs, color photographs, where you can see. Now, this is peristomal teeth are shown here, and that peristomal teeth from the slits the spores are releasing outside. So, sporangium and the spores. Now, within this case also you can see they are, as shows the absence of a specialized structure, that is the vascular tissue, and as well as they shows the presence of the rhizoids. Now, these rhizoids they plays a very essential role in the absorption as well as the anchoring of the thallus to the substratum. So, this is the thallus structure and the rhizoids are seen here. Rhizoids basically you can find here, there are about two types in some cases. In Merchantials, they are of two types, that is the tuberculated as well as the smooth wall type of rhizoids are present. Now, how the reproduction is going to take place within them. So, vegetative reproduction as well as the asexual and the sexual type of reproduction can be seen. Most probably the vegetative reproduction which is seen among them, it is of a fragmentation type, where the piece of thallus is get broken down off from the gametophyte and then lands on a suitable substratum, and after getting a favorable condition they will grow into a new gametophytic structure. The breakage may accidentally or such as the animal trampling or the erosion leading to the fragmentation of existing bryophytic colony. Then sexual reproduction. Before this sexual reproduction, asexual reproduction, that be by means of Gemi cups. Gemi cups are also present on the bryophytic members, and through that gemies or the bulbils they can reproduce. Moving toward the sexual reproduction, in this cycle fertilization and the meiosis, these involve the alternation of generation. In sexual reproduction, basically the reproductive structures which are produced, now by the fertilization of them, here the sexual reproduction occurs. In bryophytes, it is a haploid gametophyte that produces the leaves and thalli, and therefore, this is the predominant one. Here you can see how the gametophyte is going to reproduce the sporophytic structure here. Then the process requires, that is the sexual reproduction, that is, it requires what? A male gamete, that is the sperm, and the female gamete, that are the eggs, and some means of getting the sperms to the egg. The gametes are produced on the gametophyte. The sperms are produced within the tiny specialized structure, club shaped structures called as the antheridia. So, antheridias are there, and within the antheridia they produces the sperms. Each antheridium is produced numerous sperms. Now, within this you can see the gametophyte tissue is there, and on that the number of antheridias are produced along with the paraphysis, and here the ruptured antheridium is there, from which the spores are, or the sperms are the released here. The eggs are also produced in a archegonia, that is the female reproductive structure. Each archegonium holds one egg in a swollen structure. If you see the structure of the archegonia, it is somewhat a flask shaped structure, which is having, or which consists of a neck, elongated neck structure, then the swollen structure called as a venter, and within the venter they have the venter canal cell and the egg cell, while the neck, it comprises of the neck canal cells. So, a fertilized egg in archegonium develop into the sporophyte. So, after fertilization, now here basically the sexual reproduction, it is of oogamous type, where male has to move toward the female with the in the water with the help of, that is the chemotactic movement. Here the fertilization will occur, and the fertilization product, it is a sporophyte, but before that is it forms the zygote, which is now a diploid structure, and that diploid structure zygote, by repetitive divisions, it will develop into the sporophyte. So, sporophyte consists of spore containing capsule, which depends on the species, may be stalked or the stalkless. Each spore contain a mixture of genes from the two parents, and on successful germination will give rise to a new gametophyte. So, in this way, here the new gametophyte is formed. Here you can see the alternation of generation, where the gametophytic phase is alternating with that of the sporophytic phase. So, in this way, here there are two type of life cycles can be observed among the bryophytes. Within that is the liverworts and Anthocerotopsida, you can find that directly the spores germinate into the gametophyte, while in case of the mosses it is somewhat different. Here at first, after liberation of the spores from the capsule, or that is the sporophyte, they first of all start germination, and germination will result into the freely branched structure, which is called as here protonema, and that protonema will later on develop into the gametophyte. So, here the bryophytes, that is the three type of bryophyte, the mosses, liverworts and the hornworts. You can see the structure here, mosses, then the liverwort, liver shaped structures, and the here hornworts, where the sporophytes are looks like horn like structures. Liverworts, if you observe the structure, a body that lacks a root, stem and leaves, liverworts get their name from their liver shaped structure. Then the gymes are there, asexual reproductive structure, that is the liverworts born in a capsulized, that is the saucer like structure called as a gyme cup. Now, here you can see the gyme cup is there, and the gymes which are present there. So, asexual reproduction is done with this. So, and these are the reproductive structures in a Marchantia polymorpha. So, once again the same structures here in a hornworts, they are present in the fields as well as the roadside, and it is a not uncommon one. Then thalloid, it is about 1 to 2 centimeter. A sporophyte generation form the horn like projection out of the gametophyte thallus. So, in this way here you can observe. So, all these are the structures which shows the sporophyte which are in a horn shaped structures. So, again one more slide is there. Now, the mosses where the foliose type of gametophyte can be seen. Location where they can be found. So, soil, on rocks, on tree barks, which help from the soil. Colonize rocky sites, prevent the soil erosion. So, that now that are the benefits of these mosses. They grow packed together in a dense colonies. The moss body, the thallus body is there, then the rhizoids are there, which are absorptive in nature, as well as the anchoring is being done with these rhizoids. They do not have the true root, stem or the leaves, again as usual in case of the bryophyte we observe. Many mosses have a separate sexes, male and the female plants. The gametophytic generation is again the dominant one. So, here you can see the sphagnum and there a sporophytic structure. So, one more thing is that here peat moss, which is formed from the mosses, you can observe here. Here the Polytrichum communi in a large tufts they are growing, then one more other type of moss is there. So, in this way you can study the introductory part of the bryophytes. So, thank you very much. So, here we are going to end this session.